Right then, so the last power we need to look at is Scotland. So Henry VII's relationship with Scotland is what we're going to look at now. Um, Henry wanted good relations with Scotland for obvious reasons. Scotland was much weaker than England in his reign, but if they formed an alliance with France, then they could create an awful lot of trouble. So in 1495, the Scottish King, James IV, came of age. Henry very much wanted to improve relations with Scotland. Um, this wasn't particularly easy because of the context at the time. So James wanted to assert himself against England. He wanted to stand up. He wanted to go to war with England ultimately. And the arrival of Warbeck in Scotland in 1495 gave him a great opportunity to do this. So what he does, Warbeck is married to one of James IV's cousins. James IV provides Warbeck with a force to invade England, which he ultimately does. Fortunately for Henry, that invasion turns out to be a complete mess. So James fails in that sense. Henry doesn't hold a grudge against James IV. He still wants good relations with him. So he offers James a peace, which basically becomes the Truce of Ayton and the Treaty of Ayton in 1497 and 1499 respectively. Improvements from then on, or there are further improvements from that moment onwards in the relationship between Henry and James IV, and it is sealed in that tried and tested way that Henry held so dear to his heart, and that is through a good old-fashioned marriage. In 1503, Henry's eldest daughter, Margaret, marries James IV, and if you follow that line down, that's where we get Mary, Queen of Scots, and that's where that's why we get the Stuarts afterwards. So Mary Tudor becomes Mary Stuart. Sorry, Margaret Tudor becomes Margaret Stuart. So this gives Henry further recognition, and it basically prevents full-scale war for the rest of Henry's reign, although the skirmishes do continue. The reason that those skirmishes continue is because although Henry VII was now tied to Scotland, the Scottish wouldn't give up that relationship they had with the French. Why would they?